Yo guys, good morning. I feel really inspired today to upload another video on YouTube. I don't even know what the goal is with that channel, but let me just show you like the trades I'm on in my synthetic indices account. So the last video I uploaded on Friday was about this GBP card trade I took. So I'm looking forward to it on this coming week from tomorrow, next Monday. Yeah, so this is the trade I took. I think this jump 50 was on Thursday. Then this volatility 50 index was on Friday. Same with this volatility 75. Yeah, I took one of the JVP cards on my synthetic indices account. So let me just break it down for you guys. I don't know why it's taking time for it to load. Okay, yeah. So this is jump 50. I took a buy because of the old general trend from it. This is pretty an interesting pair because I think I've had like stop losses hits previously. Yeah, when I attempted selling this thing, I had my stop loss hit previously in this area and this area, but now the trend changed when it broke this place, and it broke here. That was like, they call it change of character. I don't know, it's just what I know. Just give me a sec. Let me see if I could reduce. Yeah, so I attempted selling this thing from this place. This is a daily time frame. From here you could see it was an downtrend, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So I thought I got a confirmation here that it was continuing to go down. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I didn't hit stop loss. I made money from here. I sold here and it hit my CP down here. I could see it now clearly. But now we are currently in an uptrend because of the change of character that happened. So this was a lower high, broke the previous. This was a lower low, broke the previous lower high. Yeah, and gave a confirmation that okay, the character has changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. So this is a retest in that previous support turn resistance. So this is it. We are down here for the jump 50. This is the daily time frame. I normally start from the daily time frame when I'm doing my analysis. If we go down to the 4-hour, you would see that price broke this area here. Price broke this area here, creating this higher high. Now it had a retracement from the upside to the downside. So this higher low. This is a lower low, lower high. Came down, lower low, lower high, lower low. Couldn't go down any further. I think I attempted taking this trade from here at first when I had the first confirmation of this break of structure in the 4-hour. Yeah, I had this confirmation here that it wanted to start going back up. But why I closed this trade was because of the trade, the price pushed down below this level and it broke under there, giving me like a sign that okay, this trade was not going to work out anymore. So I had to like close on break even. Luckily for me, when I came back, I saw that the thing was already in my break even area, so I just had to close the trade right there. but eventually it still broke this other high, giving the confirmation that okay, in the 4 hour it has started going back up after the retracement, breaking this high. So this one wasn't validated anymore. So this was the most current one, the break of this high in the 4 hour. So you notice after the retracement, we need a confirmation that okay, price is really going back up. So when price broke this place, I was like, okay, that's another sign that I could take advantage of. So all I had to wait for was after the break, I will wait for retracement. So this the target of like where I'm buying to is the last high we created before the retracement in the 4 hour. So when it broke it, I just had to wait for like a retracement. So the retracement came again. It almost went there to like my TP spot, like where I was targeting if I had continued this trade down here, but it didn't. So I just had to wait for a retracement back. So the retracement came almost immediately, and yeah, I took an advantage of it when I saw a confirmation. This big break of structure in this area here. So immediately price broke there. I just took my buys. I risked $50 per trade. So these are two trades. So I think it was supposed to be $25 that I risked to make it 50, and I'm currently about $20 up. I was actually more than that, but I think price is coming back down. I don't know why, but yeah, that's the analysis for this one. It's just price action, price telling you what's going on, then you follow. That's just it. That's for John 50, and for volatility 50, still same thing. I go to the daily time frame. I go to the daily time frame. Um, I start my analysis from there. So yeah, you would notice this is a downtrend with the lower high. You get a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You break up the previous low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So yeah, we know that it's a downtrend. So this was the last low that was made down here. So I think a retracement happened. This is a retracement. This push to the upside is a retracement. If you go to the 4 hour, you could see clearly. It's a clear retracement. So you'd see price from a downtrend switch to an uptrend in the 4 hour, breaking this high right here. This one right here, making a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, but did not continue up. So all we just had to do was same thing. We wait for a break of structure in the 4 hour, which is this. Let me clear this one out. So we wait for a break of structure in the 4 hour for us to enter our trades. So yeah, the break of structure happened. Normally, my first position would be at this um at this spot. The candle that broke it in the 4 hour at this spot. But if I enter there, my risk should be too high. I think it will be more than what I am supposed to be risking. So I just had to wait for a retracement. So now since I've already gotten the confirmation in the 4 hour that okay, price is no more going upwards, it's going downwards. I just had to wait for retracement in the 1 hour. So now this is the 1 hour. So when price broke here, giving the confirmation, so I had to wait for a retracement in the 1 hour. A retracement came when price stopped going down for a little period, went up, forming change of break of structure in the 1 hour, giving like an uptrend vibes. So when it happened, it broke this high here, created a new high, made a low, attempted going forward but could not. And yeah, we got our confirmation now in the 1 hour to enter this trade. So when price could no more go up and started forming lower highs and lower low. We entered immediately. So right here was where I was waiting for price to break for me to enter. So price, actually I didn't even wait. Since I was going to bed, I just set a sell stop there in case price comes down there and break it. So price actually came here but didn't break it, went back up. I was crazy because I would have been like in losses in all this area until finally price decided to continue going back down. Luckily for me, when I woke up, I saw the push downwards, but it started pushing back upwards. But that's not our problem. Our problem is we see our edge, we take it. So when this thing broke, that was a very good confirmation for me to just leave the trade to be running. And I think currently we are $32 up. I risked $50. If you see it, yeah, $54 in this account. Each trade I take, I risk $50. Right. So currently in that volatility 50, we are $31 up, almost a 1:1. I think it was more than that before. Let me see. It was $62 in profit before it started going back up. But yeah, we got our confirmation, we took our risks, that's what matters. We follow our plan. So our plan is having the edge, taking the risks involved, and let the trade run. So the last but not the least, the volatility 75 index. We go to the daily time frame first. I don't know how many minutes it's changed down. So we go to the daily time frame first. We see that this one is an uptrend. So when the trend is up, we are looking to buy. So yeah, you could see it clearly. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal highs, but it's still high, equal lows, because it's still low. It hasn't broke. If it had broken down here, I think that would be a change of character in the daily time frame. So this is a support, and this is the resistance. Let me put it the current one. Yeah. So this thing looks like an M, but at the same time looks like a W down here. Looks like an M here. When you look this thing like this, went up, came down, went up. Normally, people will be expecting a break. But if the break didn't happen and you see a sign that it started going back up, you just take it. So that's what we did here. Since price didn't break this low, this previous low right here, and we now saw that in the 4 hour, price has started pushing back up. You just have to take the advantage of it. So yeah, in the 4 hour, like I always do, I'll wait for a break of structure, which happened right here, giving me that okay, price is going back up. We just need to take advantage of it, follow our plan, regardless of what will happen. Because here, mostly in synthetic indices, it is so uncertain of what your result would be. Because synthetic, so many people label it as scam. But when you look at the charts, you see that you can take advantage of the so-called scam, which I don't think so, because they are supposed to be regulated. So I believe they are regulated at least to some point, because price action still works here. So when we saw that price broke the 4 hour break high, like from a downtrend in the 4 hour, this was a higher low, higher high. Then the price came back and broke the low down here, from a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. Could not form another lower low, so came back and broke that lower high, which is now a change of character in the 4 hour. Remember, in the daily time frame, it's still uptrend. It has not swapped to a downtrend. So when it broke this, what we just had to do was wait for a retracement in the 1 hour, which I did. Then I had my confirmation to buy. Sorry, I had my confirmation to buy. So in the 1 hour, we had this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price switched to an uptrend when it broke this high for me. Let me delete this. Yeah, when it broke this place. I got my confirmation that okay, it's not going down again, it's not going back up. I took my trade exactly at the break, the candle that broke that place. And yeah, I risked like $50, okay, 55, to make at least 1:3, okay, 1:4, $200. So yeah, the least I could make is 1:2. That's like my risk to reward ratio. But my maximum, at least when it comes to documented stuff, should be at least 1:4, 1:3, or at least 1:2. I cannot take a 1:1 trade. So this trade, when I woke up this morning, was even actually 105. It just, I think we're having like a little retracement in them, so that's why it's like this. So yeah, that's my breakdown for it. Like I said, I feel inspired to like keep posting stuff on YouTube. So let's see how it goes.